Oh, hello there. Good to see you again. What am I watching? Well, the story of one of the greatest military leaders and dictators in history. He created ideas and systems that we still use to this day. Napoleon Bonaparte was this extraordinary prodigy I'm talking about. And we're just getting to the part in which he gains trust in the revolution's leaders during a daring defense of the National Convention. Care to join in? Good. Well, the convention is under attack. Word has gone out that a group of royalists are unhappy about the new constitution. They decide to put an end to the convention once and for all.
Sir! What is it, son?
The royalists, they think the election was rigged.
What?
Yeah, the election for the new constitution. They're coming for the convention.
The officials of the convention knew they needed a strong defense to repel the royalists. They didn't have much time, so they called on the closest military official to defend them. His name was General Draques de Meno de Bazet. He gave a weak
response. I'll be there. Yeah.
The convention didn't like General Draques' response to the matter, and called on another general close by, Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon took action at once, setting up his troops and using cannons from a nearby Sablon's camp to block all roads leading to the convention. The royalists came with 25,000 men, and Napoleon had around 5,000. This obvious disadvantage did not discourage Napoleon. At around 3 o'clock on 13th Vendémiaire, the order was given to open fire. After Napoleon killed about 300 of them with cannon fire, the rest of the royalists retreated after that. Soon after, Napoleon was promoted to Major General. He was then giving the French troops in Italy as his first army under his command. After a long trip from Paris, Napoleon arrived in Nice, Italy in March of the year 1796. At Nice, the headquarters of the French-Italian division, he faced his new brothers in arms. These people were short on food, pay, and supplies. A part of the army, the 209th Demi-Brigade to be specific, enacted immunity at his arrival. They claimed to have no shoes or money, and would not move forward without these needs met. After seeing the ragtag group of men, he decided to make a speech to rally the previously failing troops together.
Soldiers, you are naked and ill-fed. Government owes you much and can give you nothing. Patience and courage you have shown in the midst of these rocks are admirable, but they gain you no renown. No glory results from your endurance. It is my design to lead you to the most fertile plains in the world. Rich provinces and great cities will be your power, and there you will find honor, glory, and wealth. Soldiers of Italy, will you be wanting in courage or perseverance?
He did it. The troops were unified under one speech. Of course, the problems didn't go away after the speech, but he gave them something that they desperately needed: hope. The army then went on to fight against the Austrians and the Piedmont during this campaign. The Piedmont was forced against the Alps and cornered in April. They signed a peace treaty after that, effectively knocking them out of the war. Napoleon then focused on the retreating Austrian troops. The Austrians set up a real defense of their troops at the bridge of Lodi. There, Napoleon's courage and genius shined the brightest. Napoleon thought he couldn't just win the fight up front, So he set a group of soldiers on horseback down the river to cross it and flank the Austrians. This was his original plan, but as you'll see, it didn't happen that way. After the cavalry was away, Napoleon began his attack. He used his cannons to take out the enemy's cannons first. Then he and his first wave of troops charged the bridge. Under heavy fire, the troops retreated, but Napoleon wasn't out for the count. Napoleon tried to charge again over the bridge. He was under heavy fire again, but he was not losing this battle.
Onwards, brothers, with me!
Napoleon took the bridge. He and his troops kept pounding away at the rock-steady Austrian defense. Finally, the cavalry arrived to corner the Austrians and force them to retire. The battle is won. Although this was a minor engagement compared to other battles, the battle proved Napoleon's bravery and convinced himself and others that he truly was someone great. Soon after, Napoleon addressed his troops, proud of their accomplishments.
Soldiers, you have in 15 days won 6 victories, taken 21 stands of color, 55 pieces of cannon, and several fortresses, and overrun the richest part of Piedmont. You have made 15,000 prisoners and killed upwards of 10,000 men. Hitherto, you have been fighting for barren rocks, made memorable by your valor. Through useless to your country, but your exploits now equal those of the armies of Holland and the Rhine. You were utterly destitute, and you have supplied all your wants. You have gained battles without cannon, passed rivers without bridges, performed marches without shoes, and bivouacked without strong liquor, often without bread. None but Republic fanatics, the soldiers of liberty, could have endured what you have done. Thank you, soldiers, for your perseverance!
The soldiers won the day under Napoleon's leadership, but they still had a long way to go in the war. Napoleon then... What? You have to get to class? Then why are you here? You don't know? Fine. Listen, before you go, remember this. Napoleon wasn't just a great military genius. His courage on the battlefield made him into a legend. Now go, you're late as it is. No, I can't give you a pass. Get out of here.